Hey man, isn't this the camp with the crispy manty thief?
I thought it was the camp where that cook's lumpy kid couldn't swim.
Camp Rolling Greens?
Think it's Camp New Horizons?
Damn it, I even tied a ribbon around my finger so I wouldn't forget.
Oh shit, look at that dick!
Ooh.
Here comes the spooky!
What's going on, CHUDS and CHUD-ettes? Here comes the Spookies here with episode 8. Today, we're going to take you to Camp Arawak and talk about why some of these kids are so fucked up. We're also going to hit you with a couple new movies that are dropping and one new movie that's just finished wrapping coming out in 2020. So sit back, relax, tie your buddy to a chair, and make him listen to your second favorite podcast. What's going on, Nachos?
How you doing today, Jeff?
I'm doing good, buddy. I'm doing good. So, we're on episode 8 now.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
8 of them?
8 of them so far.
8 of them?
We're getting close to double digits.
Oh, man.
You know what happens when we get to double digits?
I turn into the vampire.
No. So,
Oh, no, I don't.
episode 25, I'm going to try to, I want us to set up a special edition episode
Ooh.
where we're going to have a guest. And what's going to happen is instead of reviewing a movie, we're going to play horror movie trivia. And the special guest
Can I bring my horror movie trivia?
is going to have a treat for us. I'm going to make it sort of like it's going to be a game. And the way it's going to work is if you get a question wrong,
Okay.
you get 1 point, but
Oh.
you get tased.
I think, yep.
If you get a question right, you get 3 points and no tase, or you cannot answer the question and you get 0 points. And the person who has the most points at the end gets to choose whatever the loser has to do, which doesn't involve tasing. We're going to think of something else. But yeah, so we're going to have an episode where we just get fucking tased.
Is the special guest fucking Jigsaw?
It's going to be awesome. So
No, let's just clarify this. We should have spoken this off air a little better. Where are we getting tased?
we're going to figure all that out. I'm hyping it up as we go. So right now,
Okay.
this is just the announcing of what's going to happen in episode 25,
I
which
didn't
is
put it
several
in
episodes
my
away.
in my charter or my pager, like nothing in the face, nothing in the junk.
Nah, it's gonna be like a chest area kind of thing. Maybe in the
I can do
side-
my hands.
in the side or something. We'll figure
Oh
it
man,
out.
I'm gonna piss blood, dude.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. But I just wanted to give you a heads up now. Been thinking about it for a little while.
Oh, hooray!
All right. So before we get started on the movie, which today's movie is Sleepaway Camp.
Yay!
Some news in the horror movie genre. Blumhouse, which had just recently done their Halloween 2018, dropped a trailer for the Invisible Man reboot.
Holy shit,
that's
dude!
coming out in 2020. This thing looks intense.
Like
A fire at a circus.
intense. I only saw like a little brief segment of it. I didn't know what the fuck. I was like, another Halloween movie? It's like, nope. Invisible Man. I'm like,
Which wouldn't be bad. I liked, well, the second one wasn't so great, but the first Hollow Man with Kevin Bacon was tight.
I just remember a skinless gorilla, and then is that Elizabeth Shue's boob or?
I think so.
Whose boob is that?
I think so. The Karate Kid's girlfriend.
Sorry, I'm mucusy. I
Yeah.
should have
But, so it looks really good, and while, like, the Hollow Man is a more of a modern take on the Invisible Man, this is a straight horror movie, as where Hollow Man was more like a thriller. It had some scares in it, but this one looks pretty fucking
Now,
terrifying.
does this have anything to do with the Universal Monsters tie-in, or what are we talking here?
I just assume it's kind of like a reboot, sort of how they tried to do with The Mummy with Tom Cruise, but that didn't go over so well. This looks fantastic and actually pretty fucking scary. Plus, Blumhouse.
They don't do wrong. I don't think they've dirtied me yet.
Other news, we've got Spyglass Media Group is making a new Scream movie.
What?
Yeah. I don't know if it's a remake, a reboot, or a continuation of the
Wasn't
original
4
story.
pretty much a remake?
Yeah, I mean, it was, but it made fun of remakes. So that's kind of where I'm hoping that they're going to keep going with that franchise instead of, like, they're going to just do a continuation because obviously it's like, oh, remakes are shit, right? That's what they talked about in part 4. I don't want them to try to reboot it. That's
No.
the same shit. They make fun of all that. Like, Wes Craven did such a good job.
Long. It's weird. We're gonna have a Wes Craven-less, with any form of connection,
Right.
to the Scream movie, and then B, Scream is not the franchise to turn into a generic hack and slash, because It's the most most meta
Right.
of the meta.
It makes fun of the fucking
Right.
slash and gas fucking
Wow,
franchises.
not fun, but just like a playful little nudge.
Yeah,
with
it has
kids.
fun with them.
Yes.
I mean, it even fucking like Wes Craven was even teasing his own shit. He's like, "Oh, Nightmare 1 was
Right.
great, but the rest suck."
He ain't wrong, really.
I knew Nightmare was cool.
Part 2.
Oh, I like part 2.
You know what, dude? All of them except for 6.
Yeah,
We'll get to that.
this is true. So that Spyglass Media Group, I didn't know much about them. They're
Yeah.
also rebooting the Hellraiser franchise.
Oh yeah, because they've been talking about that for fucking 15 years easily.
Well, in those 15 years, not Spyglass, but whoever's got the rights has been making some crappy ones.
Fucking Weinstein had it, and now that he's up shit creek, maybe they branched out.
Good.
Yeah, fuck it.
Also, Dr. Sleep came out today. So today is November 8th, so Dr. Sleep hit theaters today.
All right, I have a series of complicated questions, each more difficult than the last.
Hit me.
Okay. And I was actually talking about this online earlier.
Okay.
On the internet.
On the forums?
Yes. The forums. Remember those? All right.
In Yahoo Chat.
That's how you actually access the black web nowadays, is through Amazon Chat. Or
the dark web.
Right. All right, so Doctor Sleep is a sequel to The Shining. Now, like, in the book form, we know that.
Yes.
Now, this movie format, is this a direct sequel to Kubrick's The Shining?
What they're doing is they're actually bridging all three. So there's going to be parts taken from Kubrick's Shining movie, from the TV movie The Shining, as well as from the book, to bridge all three to generally make people happy, because the original Shining movie left out a lot from the book.
I think the only person
but
mad
added
about
some
that
really
was
good
Stephen
shit.
King.
The TV special was much closer to the book, but then also left out some fan favorites from the movie.
And was fucking terrible.
Compared to the movie, I would agree, but I still liked it. But I mean, it's fucking.
Have you watched it recently?
Jack Nicholson. Yeah. After we went to Horror Hound, and a dude was there. I forget his name, but the guy.
Dude from Wings?
Yeah.
Oh no shit! It's like not Tim Daly.
But when we got back, I watched it like the next week because he was there at Horror Hound, and I met him, and he was super cool. And then it'll have stuff from the book, from the Shining the book, as well as the Dr. Sleep novel itself, which is really good.
Well, shit. I kind of got closure on that without seeing the movie, of course. But
basically, the way it boils down is Jack Torrance was a man whore and has a love child with another lady.
Oh, I wouldn't put it past Jack. He's a total piece of fucking human garbage.
Right? Wendy, when I'm in here and you hear this, or when you hear nothing, just keep on fucking walking, okay?
I just want to bash
or
your
something
brains
like that.
right the fuck in.
Wendy, darling, light of my life. And then lastly, we have Halloween Kills.
Yay!
Which has just wrapped production. That comes out October 16th, 2020. Here's what's crazy. Is like, I feel like it was like a 45-day shoot. Like, they got a lot done. Like, Blumhouse is fucking just in it to win it with that kind of shit. Because I feel like they just started, like, shooting.
Yeah, actually.
Maybe 2 months ago.
I mean, you got to factor in reshoots and shit like that and all the post things they have to do.
Right, yeah. They're like nowhere near, like, completed. But the main, what I'm understanding is, like, the production of the movie itself, like, main filming, not secondary shots and scenery, is done. Like, the actors are done.
And I think they're going for a October 2020 release date, which...
October 16th, 2020.
Fine by me, man. Just like, this is why I miss not being in the 80s, where you would just get a franchise flick, like, almost every fucking year. Could you just imagine that, going to the fucking theaters? There's a Halloween, there's a Nightmare on Elm Street, there's a fucking Chainsaw Massacre, there's a Friday the 13th. You know, just 4 of those in a year, and then you go back.
That. Or just like do 2 in a year and then another 2. Because this is like, they did it in 2018, so then now it's going to be 2020, so it'll be 2 years apart. What I like is that they didn't shoot them back to back. So if things don't go well in Halloween Kills, they have time to react to the crowd and the fans, you know, who are like, this isn't really quite where we wanted you to take the franchise. You took some liberties. Maybe sort of they can walk it back.
As long as they don't do a Last Jedi, I think we'll be okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, we'll get into that at a different time.
All right.
Well, we're going to talk about Star Wars, right?
No way.
We could, though.
So let's jump on into Sleepaway Camp.
Oh, just like that.
Yeah.
All right.
So, when or where was the first time you saw this movie?
Oh, fuck. Okay. So I can say it because I have the memory of a goldfish. So the first time I saw it, I don't remember. I think I rented it from Pick a Video or it was on TV. But I was just like, this is weird. Actually, I think I started with part 2 first. Yeah, that's what it was. I went to Pick a Video. They didn't have the original. That iconic cover of the knife popping up through the shoe with the fucking handwritten note
Yeah,
kind
it's
of thing.
like, "Dear Mama, it's my second week or third week at Sleepaway Camp.
Shit's fucked up.
I'm getting scared."
I'm getting scared. Everybody's from Jersey.
Oh, don't be scared.
Oh, no, don't be scared. We're all scared, son. Anyway, so I watched the second one, then I watched the third one, and then I think years and years later, that fucking box set, the Survivor pack, I was like, I don't get it. Then we watched it, and I was like, fuck, now I get it. And this is one of my favorite movies.
First time I saw it was, and I remember it to the day, 1999 New Year's Day.
Okay, like, was it on TV or what's up?
No, so New Year's Day was a Friday, so like New Year's Eve was a Thursday. So there was like no, like, you know, I had no school the next day, and the folks were had to go back to work. So they let me rent some movies while they were gone, and this was one of them that I chose.
Where'd you get it from?
Went with it. Probably CNN Video.
Dude, that Monster Vinyl, rest in peace. We went there. I snagged Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 on VHS for like $1. And I looked at the spine of the cassette tape. Yeah. And it was from CNN Video, and I got real fucking excited.
So I'm pretty sure that's where I got it. So like my parents let me rent a bunch of stuff. It was like that, and I think Halloween 6, and a couple.
The producer's cut, right?
Yeah, I wish.
Yeah.
But I definitely remember seeing this because it was New Year's Day, because it was the one I started with. Because I was up at Zach's house, buddy of ours, the night before, and then went down and watched the horror movies the next day.
Okay.
So this is not on our video nasty list.
I'm surprised this isn't a video nasty.
This
somehow.
is not a Hello Nasty.
Hello Nasty!
Which is actually kind of shocking, especially for that ending.
Yeah.
I'm real fucking surprised.
And the era it came out in, I figured.
Yeah, it's...
When did they video nasty end?
It was huge in the 80s, which is when this came out.
Yeah, you're right. 83.
So, writer and director Robert Hiltzik doesn't have a lot of credits to his name, but did write and direct Return to Sleepaway Camp, which is one of the number 4s. So there's this one, then 2, then 3, and then there's actually 2 number 4s.
Yeah, so that's a little complicated.
Yeah.
You got this?
So there is Survivor of Sleepaway Camp, which got partially filmed by a different director, but they ran out of money.
Man, let's call it what it is. That was like a Skinamax fucking wanker flick.
And they never finished it. So what they did is they took a bunch of cutaways and like scenes from the other movies as like flashbacks and put all that together and released it in part of a box set, which we'll talk about in a little bit. And then there's Return to Sleepaway Camp, which actually features Felissa Rose, who was in the first one. She plays Angela. And, like it's got the original writer and director from the first one who came back. Nachos, I know you're not a fan of it.
It's one.
I kind of.
I gotta give it another rewatch because you get like cameos from characters in the movie that we probably shouldn't talk about yet.
Don't want to spoil nothing.
Right.
You ready to meet our casualties?
Yeah.
All right. So already talked about her. Felissa Rose, who plays Angela Baker. She's super awesome in this movie, and she's in a ton of like B movie stuff, but she doesn't get enough credit, which is actually kind of surprising.
As of recent, she has been.
She's got like a podcast now, and she's been showing up at a ton of conventions.
That's a really good one.
But she is super nice. What is that podcast?
Oh, it's Casualty Fridays. It's on the Fangoria network,
and it's her and Kane Hodder,
and Tiffany Shepish, which.
It's a weird third choice.
Yeah, but hey.
But it's a good show.
She's good on it. They're all great.
So, Angela Baker is who she plays. She's in Zombiegeddon, Corpses Are Forever, Return to Sleepaway Camp,
Corpses Are Forever,
Silent Night, Zombie Night, Death House, and then recently in Victor Crowley.
Yeah.
With Kane Hodder.
Hatchet 4.
Yep. We've got Jonathan Tiersten, who plays Ricky Thomas. And there's, by the way, there is not a lot of people on this list that really do a ton.
Yeah.
I got 5 people here that really did anything. So Jonathan Tiersten played Ricky Thomas. He's in Blood Reservoir and The House That Wept Blood.
Huh.
We've got Karen Fields, who plays Judy.
That fucking bitch.
She's no other acting credits. She's in like a special feature Judy thing, and it's on IMDb, but that's it. Like, this is the only 2.
Do we talk about this now or later?
Oh,
or
later.
At all?
Probably not. I haven't seen it yet. Christopher Collette, he plays Paul. Now, he was in a couple things. He was in the Manhattan Project, and he was in The Langoliers, which is that Stephen King movie.
Directed by who?
I don't know. Mick Ayers?
It's Mick Ayers.
Is it?
I don't know. Probably.
And then lastly on our list here is Desiree Gould.
Oh,
Aunt Martha. So honestly, out of all the people in this movie, she had the most credits to her name during filming, but it was mostly soap operas and like theater credits. And that's it.
I feel like that chick is an alien came to Earth and it's like, I must do my best human impersonation. Do I keep my hands near my face the whole time?
Oversell everything.
I mean, she's like acting in a silent film in today's
What's
media.
weird is she's not like that. It's like I kind of looked up some clips on her because I was surprised that she was the queen of acting as far as the rest of the cast goes.
Right.
And she's not like that. So she definitely hams it up for this movie.
She certainly fucking does.
So this movie was released in November of 1983. Pretty good year. We've already talked about some 83 movies before, but Videodrome, and then a ton of Stephen King movies. Cujo, Christine, and The Dead Zone.
Wow, The Dead Zone too?
Psycho 2, Twilight Zone the movie, Curtains, Scalps,
oh fuck,
and a personal favorite, Microwave Massacre. I like that movie. So that's kind of, it wasn't a tough year for them. What's really cool is I believe that this beat out like a ton of the other movies like in the theater, like other horror movies in the theater at the time that were released that year. So it's kind of neat.
I'm eating ash.
So how to watch, you get your VHS.
You got to get your VHS,
right?
Your Laserdisc.
There are no Laserdiscs for this that I'm
your
aware
beta.
Of. Your CEDs.
Real talk, like as far as streaming goes, it's on Tubi. It's on the Scream Factory channel, which is a free app. You can just watch it for free.
Yep.
And go ahead. You got
so there's a bunch of DVDs. There are the 2000 Anchor Bay DVD, which I loved Anchor Bay back in the day.
Man,
I mean, Scream Factory's kind of the new Anchor Bay, and I don't even know if Anchor Bay's still around anymore.
They're not the Anchor Bay that once was.
Because they used to, like, cool special features, great little box sets, and, like, extra treasures in those, like, just shit you would want. Like, I got a badass Evil Dead that I refuse to upgrade because it's got so many special features and, like, tons of extra disc and, like, a fucking full-size poster in it, and it's just badass.
Late Night Grindhouse is doing Evil Dead next weekend.
Yes, they are.
Side note, that's a conversation we didn't have before we got on the podcast.
So then there's the 2002 Anchor Bay Sleepaway Camp Survival Kit.
That's the one I had.
This was cool. So this was a neat set that I still want because it features movies 1 through 3 and the unfinished 4th movie that we talked about. But the neat thing is like, if you see it, there's 2 different versions of the box set. There's the one with the, like, Red Cross. It looks like a medic kit.
Yes,
but
that's the one I had.
American Red Cross filed a complaint suit over the box set artwork.
Oh, wow.
And the reissues no longer feature that. Because it was like a bloody first aid kit that looked like the fucking Red Cross. Like,
yep.
It was real serious.
I got that at Best Buy.
And then there's a really crappy version, which was my first version.
Oh, that's the one with the double disc with Maniac Cop?
No, not Maniac Cop. It's the 2005 Legacy Entertainment double feature with House by the Cemetery.
Oh, shit.
Do not buy this version of the fucking movie.
If you're blind, go ahead and do that because like you're not seeing any
It's like a transfer from a bad VHS copy
onto a piece of toast.
And it's fucking awful. We watched it, which was how the first time we watched it together.
Right.
And I remember being super pissed at the end because I was like, I can't fucking see anything. So we went to YouTube and found a better copy on YouTube
for
free than this fucking piece of shit movie. And I was super excited because I was like, oh, it comes to the House by the Cemetery, which actually isn't a bad version of the movie, but my Sleepaway Camp on there sucks. And I paid $3 for it at like a secondhand store, and I got my money's worth for sure. And then lastly is the 2014 Scream Factory Blu-ray, which is what I've got. It's a double disc with a DVD.
That's what I got, Holmes.
And it's uncut. And it has a ton of special features.
Uncut.
It's fucking fantastic. Because like the legacy version is cut to like make it shorter so that it could fit both movies on the disc and stuff like that. So it kind of.
I gotcha.
So this one they had to go around as uncut. Now, before we get to the movie, we want to be open with everybody. We're not quote woke.
No, sorry. This is our disclaimer.
We're going to do our best with the pronouns here, and you'll understand what we're talking about when we get to the end of the movie. However, we're just trying to do the film justice, and we're not trying to be real.
We're two dumb white guys from the Midwest. I mean, we're not trying to step on toes, but at the same time, we have to be true to the movie.
Right.
Kind of thing. So save your hate mail. Actually, no, send us hate mail.
Yeah, we wouldn't mind that.
Hit us hate mail. I mean, we just want
Please.
attention.
All right, so before the movie starts, which just made me chuckle, we get a nice "In Memory of Mom."
A doer. DOER.
Before this fucking thing starts. The movie starts and the title card comes out of nowhere with a loud fucking
bum, bum.
Right?
So fucking dramatic.
Yeah, it's serious. And as the movie opens, it's fall. And we open on a lake with several scenery shots of Camp Arawak. And it looks like it's closed.
Okay, I didn't catch this the first couple 900 times.
And, like,
do you know
it
why
looks
that
like
is?
It was closed up in a hurry.
Uh-huh.
And we got a sheriff's notice on the front gate and a for sale sign on, like, the Camp Arawak sign out front.
You got it, dude.
In the next scene, it's now the summer, so it's kind of like a flashback in time here. And John, Angela, and Peter Baker are on the lake, and they're sailing as some other people are out on the lake in the summer enjoying themselves as a speedboat fucking passes by pulling this skier.
I think what you meant to say is two people in a motorboat are torturing this lady on skis.
She's like freaking out the whole fucking time. Like, why are you even on there if you're not having a good time? Let go.
You know, I know you just watched Sleepaway Camp because you said she's not even having a good time. Fuck, that jersey just gets in you. No, this woman is crying and screaming.
Yeah, let go of the fucking rope if you don't want to fucking be pulled by the boat, right? Like, they'll come get you.
No, because that lumpy kid who can't swim will get her.
So the Baker kids accidentally tip over the sailboat as they're teasing around with their dad, and then all three of them fall in the water.
Little schemers.
In the meantime, the driver of the said speedboat that just passed by changes places with his lady friend like a Chinese fire drill at a fucking stoplight. And it turns out she's not very good at anything at all, including driving a fucking boat.
And I'm pretty sure his nuts popped out of his pants.
This is the movie of fucking short, tight clothes for dudes.
You know, I figured out why that lady, you know, the skier is freaking out. It's because Jaws is chasing her, man.
She ends up heading straight for where the Baker family is swimming. And the girl on skis somehow is the only person to notice that they're heading right for it. There's a boat! Right? Turn in the boat!
And then her buddy has the gall to turn and say, you look like a skiing hunchback.
And like all the while, like John Baker's buddy is like
Terry.
Yes.
Terry?
Terry? Could be. I think it is Terry.
If not, you know what? Fuck it, it's Terry.
Looks like a Terry.
Yeah, he does.
And he's like standing on the shore watching all this. The skier is just fucking screaming, like Nachos said, as the two in the boat realize what is happening. And instead of turning the fucking thing, they accidentally speed the motherfucker up.
Right.
And run right over John and Peter Baker, killing them instantly.
All right, so this reminds me of Austin Powers. Remember when like they're coming at that dude with the steamroller and he has ample time to get the fuck out of the way? This is that.
I'm going to just touch on that real quick.
Yes.
This is the coolest thing. When I had the VHS version of Austin Powers, It had special features at the end.
Yes.
After the fucking credits. And it was like, no one ever thinks of the family of a henchman. And it's like, he's going to go to Hooters for his birthday, and his family's like at home waiting for him with a cake and shit, and they get like the phone call that he died on the job.
Do you know what that is? That's the dude that plays Stewart from Mad TV.
It's like, fucking great, dude. There was a bunch of them like that on there. But anyway.
So you cut to the show. Oh, this.
Back to this movie.
Just his Terry, or Terry? It's Terry.
Sure.
John.
So, anyway,
Wait, we have Death 1 and 2.
Yes.
Dead man's float in the kiddie pool of blood.
This shit happens really fast, and like nobody seems to care enough to react well, except for the girl who's like skiing, and she's like fucking particularly annoying.
Like, somebody help them!
Oh my god, why won't somebody help them? In this like shrill fucking like break fucking glass.
She's not even
voice.
Jersey, but you know what? I felt for her because everybody's a dipshit.
I wish this chick was in the movie later so she could fucking die. Like, she is that fucking annoying. So, fast forward now.
8 years later.
It is 8 years later at Aunt Martha's house. Now, Aunt Martha is shouting upstairs for Ricky and Angela.
Ricky, Angela.
Angela being the only baker to survive the intro and is now living with her aunt and cousin. Martha is getting them ready to catch the bus to Camp Arawak. And there is something seriously off about Aunt Martha.
She's a straight up fucking space cadet, dude.
Yeah. We kind of talked about it a second, but like when she talks like this and then stares off at space, comes back a second later and then finishes her thought. And it's like, oh no. And she's constantly moving her hands and touching her like chin, like a lot.
Did you see her fucking dick beaters?
Yeah.
Those things are huge.
Yeah.
I got a thing, but go ahead.
Extra large isotoners going on those hands for sure. So before the kids leave, Aunt Martha has them run to get their completed physicals that they will need for camp. But she reminds the kids not to tell anyone at camp that she prepared them for some reason because she's a doctor.
Yes, the doc.
And apparently she's a crooked one.
A what?
A crooked doctor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she probably gives her fucking kids like Valiums and other kinds of pills.
Yeah, a doctor
and
of what? So
Yeah.
he doesn't specify.
Yeah, Dr. Feel Good. Anyway, Ricky says goodbye to his crazy ass fucking mom while Angela just stands there and doesn't say a fucking
Does the
word.
fucking dead eye stare.
Yeah.
I like how Ricky's like, Mom, are there any fucking chips in here? And she's like, I believe there's a whole bag.
And some fruit for you.
And dude, she's fucking...
Sandwiches.
Oh, I tied a ribbon around my finger so I wouldn't forget.
Probably the shoe polish I've been sniffing.
But what wasn't I supposed to forget? All right, so I got a thing in here. So I never really noticed how big Aunt Martha's fucking hands are. I bet you, like, if you tried to pinochle her, it would be like that scene from The Fly where fucking Goldblum snaps that dude's arm.
Oh,
right?
Oh, solid scene.
But that's how she pinocles you. But then she's going to patch you up because she's a doctor. But then you're going to be fucked up just like her kids.
I couldn't stop staring at her chin. She's got a fucking jawline like Leno. Like, it just...
You could smash plates on it and she's just like, this is wonderful.
Yeah. It was just, I'm like, damn, why did I notice this chin before? It's like, oh, probably it's because I didn't have the Blu-ray. This fucking 1080p is just taking me places I've never seen.
All right. So just imagine that scene. But it's Aunt Martha. But instead of Desiree Gould, it's Divine. How fucking cool would that be?
Dude, so this, like, a lot of this, like, Aunt Martha stuff really reminds me of a ton of, like, John Waters type stuff.
All right, we'll get to that. Moving on.
Yeah. So, as we said, fucking Ricky says goodbye while Angela just stands there and doesn't say a fucking word before
Ricky
they both
is
head
so
off.
over his mom. He's just like, did you
This
put it in the shit?
Yeah.
Fuck. Can we go?
God. Ma! The meatloaf!
I like how Ricky cusses just like I do. Excessively.
Oh my god, dude, he's got a great mouth on him.
Yeah, he does. Oh, now I sound like the fucking cook.
The bus arrives at Camp Arawak as the kids get off.
Hard at it.
The kitchen staff is standing around along with the counselor staff as Artie, the head cook, makes a joke about the kids being fresh chickens and where he comes from.
We call them baldies.
They call them baldies.
So, prior to this scene, we are introduced to Mel, the head dude of the camp, and Ronnie, the Jersey bulk.
Yeah, he's the head counselor. So, like, Mel's the owner.
Yes.
And Ronnie's, like, head counselor.
Or one of them. Did you catch that? That kid runs full speed and bashes his head on Ronnie's cock and then just, like, flips around. I am dead fucking serious, dude.
He does run
It's just
right
like,
into
bam! And Ronnie's just like, oh, my fucking bulge! Bah!
Ronnie is fucking huge. It's so crazy to watch this movie because you're like, I know this dude is juicing behind the scenes, but he's like the nicest dude on set.
Yeah, he's just super chill.
Yeah, he fucking brings it in. He's just fucking so great. But it's like, damn, dude, you look like Lou Ferrigno's poop.
So wait a minute, you just dropped the Baldies line?
So we're just at the Baldies. The other cooks laugh and smile as they're apparently okay with Artie being a pedophile.
Mufasa Jr. or Senior, fucking James Earl Jones's dad, is just like, haha, he's gonna fuck one of those kids this summer.
Wait, he's like, I don't think they have what you're talking about in mind, Artie. And then he like fucking chuckles about it.
Right, like, no, dog. That's, I guess the 80s was a simpler time.
Yeah, 1983, you just have sex with 13-year-olds, apparently. It's not a fucking big deal. They
Right.
just kind of look the other way. For an extra $15 in my paycheck a
Right?
week.
Yeah, no. Ugh.
So, as they're heading down, Ricky runs into his pal, Paul, and introduces Angela to Paul before Paul comments that Judy is back this year, and so are her tits.
I like how when fucking Paul and Ricky show up, they're just talking to each other like construction workers, and they're tighter than dick skin.
Yeah. So this movie is great because, like, this scene alone just kind of showcases how the kids just talk to each other like other fucking kids talk to each other.
Yes.
Like I would have these fucking conversations when I was a
I
fucking
think
12
the
or 13
closest thing we've had to that was Superbad. What does fucking Paul say to him? It's like, damn, she's here and she's top heavy and ready.
Yeah.
And then he's like, gesturing towards
fucking giant boobs.
voluptuous melon breasts.
So Ricky drops off Angela at her cabin, where she goes inside and meets her head counselor, Meg, and then she sits on the bed, doesn't say a fucking word to anybody, and just stares hard at this chick, Judy, that Ricky and Paul were just talking about.
All right, Judy straight up, this entire movie acts like A, a supervillain, B, a lead in Dynasty, C, a smart-mouth bitch who's going to get what she has coming to her.
Did you say a lead in Dynasty?
Yeah, why not?
I'm going with B.
All right. Because, dude. Or D, all of the above. I don't know.
Dude, Judy is a great fucking bitch. Like, she plays it so well. And Angela is just, like, hate fucking her.
Just
with these eyes.
What are you taking pictures? It's like, that's not the line, but okay.
Line.
Can you even get that right? You fucking jerk.
So it's the next scene, and everyone's at the mess hall. And I love this. This is like what The Burning did. There's a ton of fucking kids there, right? Like, they really set it up like it's an actual summer camp. It's not like where they do the sequels where, like, the majority of people in the fucking hall are the actors in the movie. It's like hundreds of kids.
There were times in this movie I thought I was watching The Burning and vice versa. You know, like, that's how well they do it.
It's a really, really cool job.
Fuck,
like, good job that they did.
That'd be a good back-to-back double feature, The Burning and this.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, anyway, go ahead, sorry.
So, they're at the mess hall where Meg goes to find Ronnie, who we just talked about is the fucking
Jersey Bulk.
Buffed out head counselor, Jersey Bulk here, to let him know that Angela won't eat. Ronnie is also wearing the thinnest, tightest fitting shorts I have ever fucking seen in my life. This 2K 1080p scan is doing this man some favors because, wow.
Hey,
I'm pretty sure I can fucking see the head of his dick.
Guess what? He's fucking circumcised.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
like, I'm not trying to stare, but he's wearing these fucking red shorts.
Fucking
it's like I'm a bull. It's like all I can fucking stare at.
It's just.
It's like, oh, is there acting going on around this?
It's
penis?
like old boy
like,
jammed a fucking apple and an acorn in the front of his pants, so like we just have to not stare at his dick. I'm pretty sure at one point he puts his like fucking leg up. I don't know, man.
It is uncomfortable.
Cocks on display. There we go.
It's like You might as well fucking walk around with a flashlight just fucking shining
Right,
on it,
right.
Because Jesus Christ, you couldn't call more fucking attention to it if you had a sign pointed at it. So, enough about Ronnie's big hog.
Yeah, for now.
Ronnie takes Angela to the kitchen and introduces her to Artie, which we met earlier.
Artie the kid fucker.
Artie the pederast, and asks if he can help Angela find something that she would like to eat.
I'm gonna let you handle this part, because this whole scene is fucking yucky.
Artie visibly gets excited at the innuendo right there.
Yeah,
And Ronnie then has to take a phone call, so Artie tells Angela that they should head to the pantry where he knows he has something that she wants. Now, as this happens, back in the mess hall, Ricky asks Meg where his cousin went, and Meg teases Ricky about fucking Angela being off and weird and shit. And it's like, oh, good, thank you. I'm glad you're fucking good at your job.
Right.
Before he gets super pissed, tells her to go fuck off, and then goes to look for Angela. At the same time, Artie has locked Angela in the pantry and is about to take his pants off.
As he's turned the pantry into the no touchy room.
Yeah, like that scene in Shawshank.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Or American History X.
It's like, you're going to swallow what I give you to swallow. And then you broke Jimmy's nose, so you're going to have to swallow something for him, too. It's super fucking uncomfortable.
Maybe I
really
repressed that from my fucking memories.
Well, yeah, because the guy who says that in Shawshank fucking plays Drake in Aliens.
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Smoke break.
Brought that screaming back
No,
to you.
I'm joking.
But luckily, Ricky comes in.
Hey,
right
what
at
the fuck is going on in here?
Breaks that shit up. And he and Angela RUNNOFT out of there.
Okay, so when he's grabbing Ricky up and slamming him against that box. Oh, that sounded bad. No, anyway, when they fucking run out, what box does he punch?
I don't know. I don't think I saw that.
I think it's like Tubby Vegetables. It's Tubby something, because he gets mad at a box.
He gets the Quaker.
Do you like
Quaker
how
oats?
fucking undiscreet Artie is about this the whole time? He's just like, walks out and he's fucking like buckling his pants in front of everybody.
Well, yeah, so like he walks out and Mel, the owner, fucking sees the kids run by as they're busting ass out of the kitchen, and he asks Artie what's going on. And he says, I just guess the kids are fucking scared of me. Is he's fucking putting his fucking pants back on.
Right. Subtlety. Get the fuck out of here.
Mel kind of like shakes his head but gives him the shifty eye. But later on, we're going to find out why Mel's probably okay with this.
Oh, yeah. No shit.
So later on, Artie is then checking on what has got to be the fucking biggest pot I have ever seen
it's a
in my
fucking
life.
Water heater.
So like that scene in fucking Treehouse of Horror and The Simpsons where they fucking cook Jimbo Jones.
Right.
He's like, it's really hard to clean this with you pouring that meat tenderizer
on.
Oh, great. Now I got to clean in the dark. Like, it's that fucking big. It's like comedy big. This thing is so big as it's on the fucking stove. Artie has to get a chair.
Artie's not a little dude. I
No,
clock him at
he's-
about 6'3".
Yeah. Like, and he fucking has to get a chair to see into the motherfucker. Like, it's comedic big. It's like Mel Brooks big for fucking no reason.
You could make a space shuttle out of this. I gotta call bullshit on one thing. So he's talking to Ben. Ben is
like the other cook.
Mufasa Senior.
Yeah.
So he's telling me it took
He's got
him
that deep voice.
well, it's James Earl Jones' dad, of course. It's fucking Vader's Vader, you know?
Is it really James Earl Jones' dad?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Is that seriously?
Dead serious. Like,
man, that's awesome. I didn't know that.
Are you serious, Clark?
You serious, Clark? You serious, Clark?
Dead fucking serious.
That's
that's
cool.
James Earl Jones' dad.
That's awesome.
So when he's like, when they're trying to tell me,
I just thought you were being inappropriate.
No, I'm not being a fucking jack off. I'm like legit being sincere for once. Oh, I see what you did there. No, dude. So like the whole thing that's fucking me up is that they're telling me it took them a half an hour to boil all the water it would fit to put in that fucking thing. A half an hour? Bullshit.
Right? And he's like sitting there like on that fucking chair and he's fucking pouring spices and shit on it. But like, why is this fucking thing so big? I've never fucking worked at a camp, but I've worked at several kitchens since high school. Like growing up at fucking jobs at kitchens at different restaurants. I have never ever seen a pot this big in my life. It will legit fit a fucking medium-sized fucking human.
You know what? When we go out on smoke break, we will Google the biggest pot we can find. and see if we can both fit in the motherfucker. Because you could with that,
right? All right, so as we said, fucking Artie literally has to get a chair to tuck and take a peek inside. And Ben, who's in the room with him, is like, I'm out of here, Artie. Good luck with this shit. Fucking giant-ass fucking pot of soup. As he is putting in some seasonings, someone sneaks up from behind Artie and tries to push him in. Artie...
starts like pulling on the chair, pulling it away from him.
Yeah, and Artie
sorry.
is able to grab the wall and save himself, but the mystery kid, as Artie refers to him as, fucking reaches underneath and pulls the chair out from under him, knocking Artie to the floor, spilling the big-ass pot of boiling water on him, and fucking scarring his face and his eyes fucking horribly as he's fucking screaming.
The special
nonstop.
effects in this movie are fucking amazing, and dare I say, better than Tom Savini.
Some of them are. This one is particularly nice because, like, the boils and, like,
the blisters are
they're, like,
pulsating and
like, even
fluctuating.
some of them are popping.
It's fucking
like,
ill.
they did a good job.
All right, so I'm going to jump in here real quick. I mean, technically, you could say Artie didn't die.
Because the paramedics show up and take him away. And the
yeah,
doctor's
but
like,
fuck that. His burns got infected because they didn't have the proper shit to treat him.
I count it as a death.
It's a death. So death number 3. And you're going to fucking hate me. Let me go on like a blister in the sun. Let me go on.
Hey, man, I like the
Kid
Violent
fucking
Femmes.
man, you know you're done. There you go. That's real fucking dumb. All right, fun fact.
What? I like the Violent Femmes. That's good.
Oh, that song just, it's like dental drills me. Anyway, fun fact, they took Artie to the same burn unit that Cropsy from The Burning was in. And they actually became really good friends because love of hating kids and love of fucking kids is close enough or whatever, I don't know. They actually opened a bakery where they only sold burnt pastries. It didn't last long, but most of the proceeds went to a charity for burn victim kids.
Is this how it plays out in your head?
No, it's real.
That's not real.
My doctor said it was real.
It's not real.
Oh,
Stop lying to people. They don't like it when you confuse them.
it's real.
It's not real.
It's real.
Mufasa thing's real. You're bullshitting me on this one. I'm going to Google it. I know you're lying.
all
I
right.
know you're lying.
Okay.
I've seen The Burning.
Yeah,
Liar.
You're gonna.
You bullshit artist.
Fucking bullshit artist.
All right. So Mel makes sure to bribe the rest of the cook staff.
That's $50 extra a month. In 1983, $50. Holy shit, dude.
Is it a month or a week or?
A week.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what did I say, a month?
Yeah, so Mel makes sure to bribe the cook staff to keep their mouths shut so the kids and the parents don't learn what happened to Artie. So he gives Ben
Too gruesome.
$50 a month to be the head cook, and the rest of them get $15 a week, and then the rest of them get $15 a week. To
I mean, he's the head cook.
keep their mouth shut.
And maybe also don't fuck any kids, too.
Keep it in your pants. Summer camp continues as usual with Ricky playing pranks on his friends, and the cabins are playing fucking some softball together.
Do you have that whole dialogue, the whole Mozart
That's
thing?
fucking great. So it's like, the prank is they've got this kid named Mozart, who they lay him down, and they're telling him that he can't do a sit-up blindfolded. And they're like, you're blindfolded.
It's mind over matter.
But your mind's going to prevent you from doing it. It's mind over matter.
And fucking Ricky is selling this shit so hard. I love it. And then Mozart says something stupid, and fucking Ricky gets down at all fours, like point blank in his face. He goes, "Shut up, Mozart! Concentrate!"
Yeah, it's fucking good. And then as he fucking finally does, and the fucking blindfold comes
Paul,
off.
like, fucking, gets in the trajectory of where his head would go and just, fucking drops bottom.
And Mozart buries his nose in Paul's ass crack. This
Eating
kid
that ass at camp.
is pissed. And they fuck with Mozart a couple times. But here's what I like about this movie. There's a lot of scenes where there's just camp going on.
Right.
Like, there's a whole 5-minute fucking scene with baseball. Like, Angela's not in it. Judy's not in it. Like, it's just the fucking kids just having a good fucking time.
Camping around.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
So, then the fucking counselor Gino comes in, and this dude is wearing a hotel towel with 2 armholes. And he's like,
it's a fucking crop job for sure.
I don't even know what the fuck that thing is. I think this could only be an 80s fashion thing. And he's like, do you want to play baseball against the big kids?
It's like just enough to cover the nips. It reminds me, it's the opposite of the time I saw Tank Abbott wear a shirt where he cut nipple holes out of it. It's an entire t-shirt, and Tank Abbott just cut holes for his nipples to go through. This is the opposite of that. He's just got just long enough to cover his man nips.
It's like an even skimpier version of what Kelly LeBrock, the chick from Weird Science,
Uh-huh.
Remember, like, that iconic,
Yes.
It's like that, but even skimpier.
Yeah. And on a dude.
And
So later that night, a dance is being held, a social, which they have many of during the summer camp, is being held in the gym of the camp, and the boys are commenting that they can't go skinny dipping later because there's too much dick and not enough snatch.
are you skipping out the whole baseball scene?
Yeah, man, they just play baseball. You want to talk about the baseball scene?
Yes, because it's like the best exchange of dialogue ever.
Hit me.
When fucking Ricky's up to bat, he says to dude, "This dude fucking blows dead dogs." And this guy, I think it's Bill. Bill, he goes, "Eat shit and die, Ricky." And then Ricky says, "Hey,
Eat
Bill,
shit and live.
eat shit and live." It's just like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, I did. I just kind of glossed over because
And then, fuck the rest. It's just
it didn't move
goddamn-
the plot much.
Right.
So I was like, whatever.
It's almost like an episode of Salute Your Shorts, kind of,
right.
without all the murder.
So, as I said, later that night, the kids are at a social, and the boys are commenting that they can't go skinny dipping because there's too much dick and not enough snatch.
Uh-oh, then the fucking pussy slayers show up, dude.
One of the kids says they should ask Angela to go with them, when another kid says that he's been watching her all week and she's fucked up. Cue Angela sitting on a bench by herself, staring off into space, eating a candy bar.
Dude, she sinks that. She 3-points that shit.
Yeah.
That's
And
good.
it's like a fucking big, it's like a fucking Toblerone. Like, it's a massive fucking candy bar.
I wanted to fucking Google all the names of the candy bars in this movie to see if, like, they were real.
Well, I'm sure they were probably real.
One of them's called Powerhouse.
It looked good. One of the boys decides to nut up and walks over with his wingman, mind you.
Kenny
behind
and
him.
Mike.
Is it Kenny and Mike?
Yep.
To ask Angela if she wants to go on a little night swim with him, but she just stares silently at him without blinking. And his wingman takes a shot and gets nowhere, so they start to call her nuts and Looney Tunes.
Right.
Mel,
Like, that's
then-
going to help you.
Mel then walks in to check how the dance is going, followed immediately by the fucking Pussy Patrol, Ricky and Paul.
Ricky has this fucking, like, cowboy hat on. I don't know.
Like a Converse t-shirt.
There are some slick dressed motherfuckers.
Yeah. And before we cut back to Angela and Kenny and Mike, who are continuing to fucking pick on her. It's like,
Their
one guy's
shit's
like
weak.
pretending to be Frankenstein. and
I
he's
don't
like,
know.
Hey,
It's
Angela,
like-
does this remind you of anyone?
Doing like this Frankenstein walk with his hands like spread out at his side. It's stupid, but
And
go ahead.
then
Sorry.
we get what is quite possibly one of the best lines in not just horror history, but in films in general. It's like, hey, boys, way to be slick, as Kenny says, Yo, Angela, how come you're so fucked up?
Now, for a second, like, I was like, man, he's genuinely concerned. That's how people talk. It's like, no, he's being a fucking asshole. That is so great. That is
He's
from
just
the
fucking-
playbook.
Panties are just dropping for you, buddy.
That is in the. I'm a dumb guy, and like, but even I know this is how not to get laid.
Yo, Angela, how come you're so fucked up? And that fucking Jersey accent's fucking solid. Ricky comes over to her rescue and starts a fight with the boys. Angela is, however, fucking unfazed and just continues to stare off into space while the counselors go to break it up. Ricky gets some fucking good shots in there, and this is where he's just dropping every fucking
Dude,
swear word in the book here.
It's like, what did they say in A Christmas Story? It's like, some artists work in oils and paints, or oil paints and sculptures. Ricky uses obscenities as his art form, and he's fucking great, man.
Ricky goes off then after the fight to see the camp nurse because he got a little bit of a bloody nose. As Paul then sits down next to Angela
Dude.
and tries to make friends with her.
Right? He's
And
like, hey,
He's being smooth. He's being smooth about it.
he's actually kind of being courteous. I don't even think like he's just trying to, fucking
Yeah,
get
he's
that
just
cave
being a
bacon,
nice guy.
You know?
He tells her some stories about the shit Ricky and him have been up to at camp over the past couple of years.
It's one time we ran all the girls' panties up the flagpole.
What was the other one? He locked the kid outside of the fucking cabin naked.
Right, not Mozart, but
He's got kind of bullies.
yeah, they're kind of dicks.
But he has to cut it short as his cabin is then called off to bed. Paul tells her goodnight and is fucking super shocked when Angela looks up at him and responds in turn. And we hear her talk for the first fucking time in the whole movie.
Yeah.
Judy sees this happen from across the room. And for some reason, she decides that she's going to be fucking mega bitch about it.
Judy's face, the majority of this film, looks like you peed in a super soaker and just sprayed a cat in the face with it. It's like...
Later that night, the boys are still trying to get the girls to go skinny dipping. So fucking Mike and Kenny are still fucking working on it with like all the girls that they could muster. And it's not working. So they're like, well, we'll get in first.
It's Bill, Kenny, Mike, and the salty ass...
there's a bunch of dudes.
Loser baseball. I have them as salty ass baseball losers.
So at the same time as the fucking dudes are like, look, we're going to get in first. Fucking Kenny and Mike are like, I tell you what.
Let's get baked.
We're getting fucking stoned. And they try to convince some of the girls to go on a moonlight canoe ride.
Bill gets so pissed off. He's like, well, fuck you anyway, bitches!
Yeah.
Me and my buddies are going to go waggle ding-dongs in the water.
As we get the fucking whitest asses ever fucking just hustling towards that cold-ass water.
That is some fucking pale bungus patrol.
Yeah. Yeah. Just so everybody knows, so spoiler alert, there's no boobies in this, but there is a lot of fucking, like, hardcore white guy butts and just, like, peens you can see through fucking shorts and shit.
Yeah. Wow. Didn't think about it like that, but yeah, you're not wrong, man.
Yeah. It's a feast for the ladies if there ever was one. For sure.
And pedophiles. Yeah,
this is probably what Adam Marcus saw when he's like, when I make fucking goes to hell, this is the shit I'm doing. So Kenny convinces one of the girls to get in the canoe with him. While in the canoe, Kenny is dicking around. And it's like, oh, be careful. This is where all the fucking poisonous snakes and shit come out.
This guy is a fucking jack off. He gets a chick to come out in a canoe.
And she's like, don't try anything.
Right. Oh,
why'd you get in the fucking boat with me?
Right. It's like, you could torch up a doobie with that chick, but he's like, heh, no, I'm going to capsize it.
Yeah.
That's where all the snapping heads and water moccasins are.
Right. Tips the fucking boat like a dick, and his date, Leslie, gets super pissed and swims off.
Could you blame her?
No.
No.
Fuck no.
No.
While he heads under the boat for some reason. Like, I assume he was just going to try to tip it back over, but instead he's fucking stoned.
What's he start doing?
He starts singing.
What's he start singing?
What is he singing?
Hey, Bobby Reba.
Yeah.
And this is a real song, right?
I think so.
All right, because this reminds me of that bullshit and fucking... Wait a minute. I just had it.
I don't know.
Whatever. Moving on.
So while under there fucking singing, somebody pops up and surprises Kenny, who delivers some real shitty dialogue like, what are you doing here?
Wouldn't the guys like to know that you was in here?
I'm going to tell Ronnie, as this person fucking drowns him in the lake.
Dunks him.
And this is what he gets for fucking being a bad actor.
Yeah, he's a fucking jackoff.
Yeah.
The next day at the dock.
What's your kill?
I'm waiting for the
okay.
reveal.
I'm sorry. So in the morning, the head lifeguard
I fucking love this dude so much.
He is pissing and moaning.
It's like, have Mel's fat ass come down here. And then what the fuck are these fucking pecker... Dude, when he's saying that and he trips over that shit, he's like, what the fuck is that doing there?
Fucking kids have like trashed his beach, and he's fucking super pissed. There's like a couple of lawn chairs and like some fucking sunbathing shit like in the fucking beach area.
You know what? I gotta try that. You know what that is? It's like when you go to the river and you put your chair in the river. Yeah. That's what that is.
Yeah.
But still, put your fucking toys
away,
Then he
gets
assholes.
fucking super pissed because he sees the canoe, which is not where it's fucking supposed to be.
How did that get there?
He goes over and fucking tips it over and finds Kenny's fucking dead-ass body in it. Like fucking covered in like
turtle
moss
bites.
And fucking turtle bites. And a fucking snake comes out of his mouth. It's pretty cool.
This special effect is fucking awesome.
His death sucked.
Yes, but this
scene pays off.
So, in the special features and shit, they're bagging on this effect like, oh yeah, it doesn't even look good. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Dude,
this looks like a dead-ass body. Death number 4, as the snake is coming out of Kenny's mouth, Metal Gear Kenny, Snake Eater.
Oh, Campbell. This tastes like shit.
Crab battle.
So, the cops are now called, and they just like, I'm pretty sure he fucking drowned. And Mel's like, cool, don't investigate any further. He's like, well, maybe I should get the autopsy. He's like, nah, that's cool.
And then Ronnie's like, no, wasn't he a really good swimmer? He's like, no, he said it was an accident.
And Mel's like, yeah, we're going to go ahead and fucking push that story. Please don't investigate any further.
Yeah, Mel, they should actually The alternate title for this shouldn't be Nightmare Camp. It should be
Fucking
Camp Lawsuit.
Yeah. Well, we're going to get to that, too. I got a fucking great spot for that.
Oh, okay.
So, camp continues on as normal. And it's just like the fucking baseball scene. We got the girls.
All these kids are hanging out by this fucking... Oh, we're past that?
So, the girls are playing volleyball now.
Yes.
That's that scene. And Angela is just fucking watching from the benches. She's kind of sidelined. Paul comes over and continues to ask Angela out further and ask her if she will accompany him to the fucking movie tonight that they're showing in the fucking rec hall. She's like... Don't we have to go? And he's like, yeah, but maybe we could go together.
It's like, I saw what you did there, Angela.
Yeah.
You little schemer.
And she's like, yeah, sure. And all while this is happening, Judy is continuing to fucking work towards the award of Bitch of the Year.
Wait a minute. Is this the part where Judy has the shirt on that says Judy? We have to get those fucking shirts made. Now, but does it say like Nachos and Jeff? Or does it say Judy?
So,
like a top?
You know James?
Yes.
So he had a fucking James shirt that he wore for years. It was my favorite. He'd just go out and it'd just say James. But it was in like different colored letters. And they had like, one was like a fuzzy J. And like, it was like different like types of materials spelled out of. It was fucking awesome.
I always wanted to get a shirt with my picture on it and just wear it around like an asshole.
We should get shirts with each other's
pictures. Yes.
So Judy is continuing her fucking run for Bitch of the Year and gets Angela in trouble with Meg because she's like, why do we have to play volleyball while Angela just talks to the boys?
Talks to the boys all day!
It's like, well, this is the second time she's ever fucking talked all summer, so maybe just let her go.
This is probably her 12th word of the year.
Meg's like, you know what? I like being a bitch too. So she chases Paul off and gives Angela some shit about talking to the boys instead of participating. You know, fuck you, Meg. I hope you fucking get stabbed in the back.
Yeah, Meg, you were kind of legit there for a minute. You and, was it not Leslie? I
think her name's Marie.
Susie?
I don't know.
We suck at names.
There's a lot of fucking, like, counselors in this.
Right.
But, you know, I'm just fucking looking at it, and I'm like, you know what, Meg? I hope you get fucking stabbed in the back. I hope your fucking spine severs. So, if you guys are still with us, and you're, like, kind of thinking, like, man, this episode's a little bit boring. Like, this movie is a slow burner. Not a lot has really happened, right? We've got the Baker family who kind of get massacred at the beginning by the boat, and then Artie who gets burned to shit. But not a lot really goes on for, like, the first 2 acts of the movie. It's just kind of kids fucking around at camp. Like, there are some other things that happen, but it's mostly just kids hanging out at camp and just being shitty to each other kind of thing. So, it's that third act. It's not even the full third act, like... The last 15 minutes really fucking come together.
Those were the ones I had to review today and just fucking, I'm like, oh my God, so many notes.
Yeah, like this, it's kind of neat. And I like that because like there's not like someone stalking in the woods, kind of creeping around like you got in like The Burning and most other horror movies. It's pretty neat. And it really helps sell the ending, which is just cool. So,
cheers.
Cheers. Cheers with the beers.
Bow, bow, chick-chick-baka.
So Paul walks Angela back to her cabin.
Paul Walker?
You mean Paul Windshield?
Oh, shit.
So Paul walks Angela back to her cabin after the social, where he sneaks a kiss from her.
Paul acts like a real tamale here, and bro smooches against Angela's will. Consent, bro. I know it's the 80s, but consent, homie.
She's like, I gotta go inside now. And Judy was watching the whole time, and she's like, I'm gonna fucking fix this up. So she tries to flirt with Paul, but he ain't having fucking none of it before he bounces like a couple of boobies and heads back to his cabin where the boys are playing another prank on Mozart, the old fucking shaving cream prank.
I feel like they're gently hazing Mozart, other than making him eat Paul's ass.
I gotta be honest, the ass-eating one would have garnered a fucking much greater response than the fucking shaving cream one, so...
Right?
Basically, they fucking put the shaving cream on him, then tickle him to fucking get it all over the place.
I can relate with Mozart so hard. He's like falling asleep with a porno mag on his chest. Just like, you see that, you see his little, his tent?
Yeah.
Tent set, and just like... Put a cover over that dude. Let him sleep. Nah, unless you're these assholes.
Well, here's the thing about Mozart, because he doesn't fucking handle this prank real well. And he chases Ricky with a knife.
I've been
because
there, man.
That's how you respond, is some aggravated assault.
Hey, you stab somebody once, they learn a fucking very valuable lesson.
I'm like, I would fucking stab you over the fucking ass crack thing more than I would the fucking shaving cream thing. But I guess Mozart's fucking had enough.
No, Mozart's parents got raped by shaving cream, so it's like Batman. But with less shaving? I don't fucking know.
Mr. Barbasol. So the next day, while the campers...
You ever shave with the devil in the pale moonlight? I'm done. That's fucking terrible, dude. All right, get out of here.
The next day, while the campers are swimming in Kenny's grave...
Yes. Oh, shit.
AKA the
watery grave.
Paul stops to talk to Angela before Meg chases him off. Meg decides that she hates Angela now, and for some unknown reason, she starts shaking her violently.
Shakes, ragdolls the fuck out of that bitch.
Yeah.
I thought her head was going to fall off.
Yeah, before Ronnie has to fucking run in and fucking save the day.
So, at any point in, like, the doctor note that Aunt Martha gave that it says, heads up, parents might have died, or, family might have died in a traumatic swimming accident, maybe she gets a pass.
Right?
Nope.
Back at the girls' cabin after this, Judy bitches at Angela for Meg getting into trouble and continues to pick on her in front of all the girls.
You got Meg in trouble. It's like, oh,
and
sure.
She fucking takes it real far. She's got this line where she's like, she's a carpenter's dream, flat as a board and in need of a screw.
Oh my god, if you watch her face, she fucking mutates into the Jersey Devil.
Yeah.
And then, what is it, Susie or Susan or whoever, she's like, you need to stop. And then she just turns around and goes, fuck you! And then just
fucking
slaps
open
the piss
hands.
out of her.
Fucking Judy.
Which is good because
she fucking takes it a little too far.
She fucking needed to.
And Angela's like, fuck this, and she gets up and leaves, saying she's going to go find Ricky. On the way, Angela sees, which I think is by far the coolest fucking thing ever, a bunch of fucking dudes having a water balloon fight on the roof. On the fucking roof of a cabin. It's not like one of those houses that's like backed up to a hill so you can easily get on it. Like, they're on a fucking
Welcome
roof.
to Camp Lawsuit.
Yeah.
Here's what fucks me up. Mel is 20 feet from there playing baseball with fucking kids.
Yeah.
He can't take that stogie out of his fucking mouth, look over. Holy shit, this is a bad idea.
He's like, you know what? I'm rich enough. I don't have enough lawsuits in my life to keep me fucking preoccupied during the winter months.
What, we only have fucking 5... You know who fucking Mel is? The human version of Mo Sizlak. I never thought about it. Why didn't that just dawn on me until now?
Not tonight, old friend.
Not tonight.
So, as the boys are fucking having this awesome fucking water balloon fight, they decide to fucking nail Angela with one.
In the arm from 20 feet away.
And she goes down
like a bag of shit.
Like fucking Kennedy.
Dude, wait, where is it? Okay, you keep going. I gotta
Ricky sees this happen and fucking comes out giving them boys some fucking solid lip.
Right, just
while Paul
cuss words.
Runs over to fucking check on Angela. Mel steps in, breaks up the yelling match, and punishes everybody for being a bunch of cocksuckers.
You could have put an eye out with one of those. It's like, are these fucking full of sulfuric acid? It's a water balloon. Name me the scenario where somebody has lost an eye with a water balloon, and I will gladly have Cincinnati Jeff suck your dick.
Thank you. So, Mel fucking punishes everybody, including Ricky for fucking having such a potty mouth.
Fucking his mouth was so bad.
And he tells them all to get ready for dinner. Later on, one of the boys, Billy.
That's right.
Has to take a wicked
dump. What does he grab?
He grabs a fucking...
A nudie mag.
Yeah. And
I'm sorry, I gotta jump in real quick.
Hit me.
If you're taking a dump and reading a nudie mag, you're gonna get a boner. It's gonna hit a toilet seat. You're gonna get poopy slosh dick and possibly AIDS.
No porn while on the toilet.
And then you're gonna get giardia.
So Billy goes and takes his wicked dump, and he's one of the kids that fucking threw the water balloon at Angela.
And he's just been an overall piece of shit the whole movie to Ricky and Angela.
He's dropping twos in the bathroom of the cabin when someone locks him in the stall with like a fucking broom handle.
Yeah. It works.
And then goes behind the fucking, room and cuts a giant fucking hole in the screen of his stall.
What does he insert through that hole in the...
And the fucking mystery killer then fucking drops in a fucking live beehive and just fucking shakes it violently until it fucking falls off and the fucking bees just fucking sting Billy to death.
The bees! Okay, so you could have kicked that fucking door. You could have crawled under the gap. You could have hopped over the gap.
There was ample time to escape, Billy.
And you're dying with a shitty butthole. Death number 5. oh man, those bees really started winging it and made a sting-sational kill. I fucking hate bee puns. No, genuinely, I was at work and I had a fucking index card with like 17 different bee puns, and I just threw it away. I'm like, no, fuck it, whatever.
Yeah, you want to go for that low-hanging fruit?
Yeah, it's too easy. So we see his body, and he's like engulfed in bees. He looks like Honky Candy Man.
Yeah.
Junior.
Mel, at the same time, meets with Ronnie right after this has happened to count down how many kids haven't died yet.
Right. He's like, should we even stay open? It's like, oh, fucking...
He's like, what we got left? He's like, about 25. Might as well fucking bring them into all the cabins together, because I guess like a bunch of other kids have now left at this point.
Dude, I'm sorry. If you had an opportunity at a summer camp where people are dying, I'm getting the fuck out.
Yeah.
You ain't getting a postcard from me. You're getting me in the mail. I'm
Deuces.
like, hello.
Mel states that he has known who the killer is all along, and that he's on the loose, and he's gonna fucking stop him.
Seen it in his eyes.
He's like, I could tell by the hate in his eyes.
You know what? Let's just do the mole voice. I can see it in his eyes.
Hey, Homer, I saw it in his eyes.
Remember that? Okay, I'm gonna spare everybody my really bad Moses like impersonation.
Remember that time you ever thought you're too drunk to drive? Who gave you your keys?
Mo did.
At the same time, Paul is meeting Angela for a late-night date by the lake, where they have a little make-out session, and Paul tries to get some upstairs outsideys, but Angela has this weird flashback where she sees her dad and his buddy Terry from the beginning in bed together.
I think it's Lenny.
Lenny?
I think it's Lenny.
Terry, Lenny. It's her dad's friend who watched them all fucking die at the beginning. They're in bed together, clearly getting it on, while Peter and Angela are just like laughing and pointing.
Yeah, like
from the doorway.
It's like, hey, you think that's funny? You know it's gonna be funny when you're fucking homeless.
And then later on, there's another scene right behind this where Peter and Angela
are in the rotating bed.
Yeah, they're in bed together. They're just like, he's like pointing at her.
We're pointing at each other.
Finger is getting like closer and closer. I don't get this scene. This is where it's like some fucking real John Waters shit right here.
It's very subtle.
When all this happens, she snaps back to fucking reality and fucking denies Paul.
It is Lenny. I have it in my notes.
And fucking pushes him off and runs away, leaving Paul with a blue shirt and even bluer balls.
Oh!
The next day, all the kids are lining up to play Capture the Flag. And this is actually kind of a cool version of Capture the Flag. So they got to capture the flag, but it's like flag football too. So if they have two flags hanging from their pants. And if both flags get captured off of you, you're out of the game and you can't play anymore. But anyway, less on the game, more on the movie. Paul and Angela talk about what happened the night before.
They have a lover's quarrel.
When he tries to go in front of the kiss, and Angela's like, nah, sha-na-na. Judy then swoops in to hit on Paul some more. You know, because that's how she does it dirty.
With her side ponytail and her fucking bobblehead.
Did she have her Judy shirt on again?
No, unfortunately.
So Ricky chases Angela down as she is now run off and tells her, I got this fucking plan for Capture the Flag. But Angela's like, I don't want to fucking play anymore. And Ricky convinces her to do it.
Oh, we finished the game. You don't have to play anymore. Yeah. And then they cut through the woods, right?
So while they're walking through the fucking woods following Ricky's plan, Ricky and Angela catch Paul and Judy being fucking shitty friends.
Yep.
And just fucking making out with each other.
All right, I gotta call bullshit on one thing. They're all wearing little socks. You can see that scene where they cut off the path into the woods. Everything is poison ivy.
Right?
Everything is fucking poison ivy. And then they run into Tiger, who's looking for the softball out in the thick... Wait, wrong movie?
Wrong movie.
Ah, shit, we're back.
Angela fucking sees them going at it and gets super fucking pissed off and runs
As
off.
she has every right to be.
Right? And fucking Ricky chastises fucking Judy while Paul, like, I'm gonna go fucking chase after my old G-snatch here.
G-snatch? Okay.
Later on, while everyone is swimming...
Back at the beach.
Yeah, back at Kenny's grave... Paul tries to apologize to Angela, but she isn't having any of his fucking bullshit.
No, she is straight acting like a bitch.
Judy comes back over and does what she does fucking best and makes things worse for Paul. She's like, oh, Paul, didn't you say she was such a prude?
It's like I told you that in confidence.
Damn,
I was just trying to get my wiener licked.
What the fuck? I hope you get stabbed later with some sort of fucking, like, hair product.
Right, yeah.
When Angela refuses to acknowledge Judy, Other than hate fucking her with her giant eyes again.
Oh my god, dude. That's the drinking game.
Yeah.
Drink every time fucking Angela hate fucks a hole through somebody's head with those peepers.
So she decides that she is going to throw Angela into the lake with Meg's help. So Meg fucking comes over and wants to be a fucking see you next Tuesday.
Yeah, Meg, I thought you were like a decent human.
No, she's just fucking terrible.
She's a terrible person, has the taste for some old bones.
Playing favorites. So at the same time, Ricky
She used to finger blast
is now
herself in the
fucking
museum.
coming down to the beach in his jorts.
I mean, hey, flaunt it if you got it, homie.
Right? And Mel stops him and just like kind of coolly asks, like, hey, Ricky, how's your summer going?
How do you feel about murdering people?
Haven't had a chance to catch up. And then fucking just flips it to 100.
They're good for a minute. I was like, oh man, that's cool. They're chit-chatting. He's like, yeah, I'd like to play baseball more, but everybody's fucking dead.
Yeah, Ricky's like, I gotta go save Angela. Mel fucking grabs him hard.
Gripping him up like a dick.
In the fucking
like,
arm.
No, the fuck you don't.
It's like, you've been killing everybody. Anybody messes with Angela, all of a sudden they end up fucking dead. As the fucking girls, like, successfully throw Angela into the
Team
fucking
Lady
lake.
Jerk chucks Angela the fuck in the abyss.
Oh, to visit her old buddy, Kenny. Hey, see Kenny down there?
Oh, and you know what? When Angela's in the lake, who comes up to help save her? The fucking lifeguard, and
Dude,
I have it right here.
moaning.
You're a real peckerhead, you know that, Meg? I
like his Gilligan hat, too.
I didn't, like, I've seen this movie 100 times, but Brady no worky so good, so why am I just now noticing, like, my second favorite character in this fucking movie? Because
what's this doing here?
What the fuck is this over here? And this fucking thing? Tell Mel to get off his fat ass!
He's like Michael Rappaport. Ma! The fucking cat!
Ma, the cat got in the canoe! I don't fucking know.
So, after all this has happened,
that evening.
It's in the evening, and the counselors are now being handed out their assignments from Ronnie.
Oh,
and he tells Eddie that he has to take some of the little kids camping. Like, well, I'm already at a fucking summer camp.
Keep in mind, when Ricky is like escorting Angela off the beach, there's all like these little kids, probably 7 to 8, start throwing sand at them.
Just being shitty.
I mean, right? Just we're assholes too.
So Eddie gets his fucking camping assignment with the young kids, and Ronnie tells Meg that she's got the night off. Meg then heads straight over to Mel and reminds him of a dinner that he promised her. And they make a date for it tonight.
She's trying to get all up on that 75-year-old Jewish Vault Goblin cock.
It's fucking gross.
Yeah.
It's fucking gross. So Meg's
what is that,
like,
necro side?
Well, she goes back to the cabin to get ready for her date when she's like, I gotta take a shower. And
line of bitches.
It's just fucking full of chicks.
Yeah, they're just, it's like, can I cut in line? They're like,
they fucking just
needle scratch. They all look at her.
They give her the Angela.
Right? And with a little Judy in there, she's like, I guess I'll just go to the cabin next door.
So
then.
Meg's like, I guess not. So she goes back and talks to Judy, and she's like, hey, is anybody in the cabin next door? And she's like, nah, nobody's there. She's like, I'm gonna go fucking take a shower in this motherfucker. So Meg goes to the fucking empty cabin next door. Yes. And while she's in the shower, someone sneaks into the cabin.
Oh, no. What is Meg doing while she's in the shower?
Fucking humming.
I'm like, that's not a real song.
It's like half of like Twinkle Twinkle, half of like fucking She'll Be Coming Around the Mountain.
She sounds like a hummingbird on meth. I don't fucking know, dude. I damaged my throat with that. Worth it.
So somebody sneaks into the cabin, comes fucking behind the fucking piece of shit shower that she's in, and stabs her violently several fucking times with what looks like the fucking knife that Mozart had earlier.
A red herring, perhaps?
Right in the fucking spine. So I called it earlier. Good, Meg, you got your fucking spine severed. I'm fucking
Bam,
glad.
stabs in the spine and then like just drags it down because
carves her up.
I'm assuming that the stalls for the shower are made out of fucking cookie pans. All right, so here we are. Death number 5. Splish, splash, I got stabbed in the bath. I also have splish, splash, I got dead in the bath, but...
Goddamn Jerry Lee Lewis. Elsewhere, Eddie...
Splish, splash, I was fucking my cousin.
Elsewhere, Eddie is walking all the young kids through the woods to their campsite, and he tells them to go set up the tents while he goes to look for some firewood. Now, at the other end of the camp, Angela is having is leaving one of those other fucking nightly dance socials where Paul tries to stop her again and apologize, but Judy then fucking interrupts because this is what she's fucking good at.
This bitch, Like, do you get an award at the end of camp for being the nastiest bitch?
Fucking shitty ways, man.
Well, she gets something else.
And Angela tells Paul to meet her at the waterfront after the social.
She gets serious as fuck. She's like, meet me at the waterfront. The what? The waterfront.
The waterfront after the social. Meanwhile, 2 of the kids that Eddie were camping with complain that they are too cold to stay the night.
Eddie, I'm too cold.
And they beg Eddie to take him back to the camp.
Bitch out. They're like, Eddie. And they just get some other little trippers like, fuck it, we're gangsters.
So Eddie complies with these 2 and leaves while he leaves the other 4 kids asleep in their sleeping bags.
The pain in my asses.
Eddie is not going to be getting Counselor of the Week.
No. So as they leave, you see a POV shot. This is our second stucco camp.
Yeah, someone is like stalking in the woods and eyes up the fucking hatchet that they were using for the fucking firewood. Now, all this is kind of all happening at the same time. So during this time, Mel heads over to the fucking social dance, and he's looking for Meg, because, you know...
I love his fucking...
Trying to get his fucking 17-year-old on.
So when Mel rolls up and he's got those fucking pants, they're like Cousin Eddie from fucking Vacation, right? Yeah. These baller-ass plaid pants. Anyway, go ahead.
So, you serious, Clark?
Yeah.
So nobody has seen Meg, but... He decides, like, well, I'll head over to the girls' cabin to see if Meg's there. But he only finds Judy, who is macking with some dude.
It's Mike.
Is it Mike from earlier?
I know that name.
Macking with some dude in her
Because
bunk.
she fucking yells at him. It's just like, ugh, why do you kiss so wet? Why are your mouth is so wet? It's just like, I'm a fucking teenage dude. What?
Judy fucking has Mike hide as fucking Mel comes in, as obviously it's not supposed to be fucking happen. And he asks Judy where Meg might be, and he's like, well, I haven't seen her, or she's like, I haven't seen her since she went next door to fucking take a shower. And Mel leaves to continue his search for some young poon, and then Mike's like, hey, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Fucking Mel's like hanging around, and he makes like a booby and bounces, leaving Judy crabby and alone. Can girls get blue balls? Is that why she's just so bitchy? She's like not getting any?
She just thrives off of other people's pain and misery. She's a demon. She's a goblin.
Well, next door, Mel is looking for Meg and wanders into the bathroom and finds fucking Meg's dead ass all carved up.
Dude, I wish I had the fucking monologue he does. It's like, oh, not you, Meg. Not you.
Not you's one of the good ones. I'm gonna get him.
Not yous. I know it was him. Right.
He freaks out, starts to fucking blame Ricky again, and proclaims that he's the one that has to stop him.
Right.
Back at the girls' cabin now, Judy is curling her hair before bed for some reason, which just fucking doesn't make any sense to me. I don't get this.
Judy doesn't make sense to humans.
And some person sneaks into the cabin. Now, we get this fucking scene where this door opens.
Funny because it is clearly Ricky in a motherfucking wig.
You don't know who it is.
Motherfucker, look at this picture. Not you, my beautiful listeners, my friend here.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
We know it's the stand.
The light, so there's 2 shots, and the first one is super well lit, and it gives away too much. The second shot, it's more of the silhouette of just a boy.
I guess back when they shot this in fucking 83, or that VHS, or the fucking rip we watched forever ago, and you just see a silhouette.
But yeah, it kind of gives it away a little bit. But what happens is that as Julie's fucking curling her hair and some sneaky motherfucker that we don't know comes in, Judy recognizes this person.
It's like, oh, it's you. Yeah, of course you'd be here.
Before she gets fucking knocked out.
In the fucking mouth.
Hit around like Andre the Giant in fucking WrestleMania 3. And she is then laid out on the bed and then fucking gets a pillow put over her face.
And then that curling iron, you only see it in silhouettes. You see it go in a very suggestive spot on a female's body that a dude doesn't have.
Yeah.
It ain't right them breasticles.
Right up in it. And she fucking gives the best scream.
And then like Frankenstein.
It kind of happens on screen, but off screen. You get like the shadows of it. And you see like Judy's fucking hands freaking out, but you don't see it. But you hear that sizzle burn just.
Yes. All right. So technically, this is another one of those. Is this a death? Is a death? This is a motherfucking death.
Because she shoves her off the bed.
Yes, and it kicks her behind it. Yeah. All right. So death number 7, or death number 6. I'm sorry. And I have something I want to discuss after this. Death number 6, steamed clams. That's right. At this time of... Right, no.
The Aurora Borealis!
In your house. Exclusively located in your kitchen.
Located entirely within your kitchen. May I see it?
No. I went Duffman with that. I'm sorry.
It's an Albany expression.
What? No, okay, let's
All right,
stop.
we're doing
Yep,
Simpsons.
that's
Sorry.
a bit.
Yep.
Okay, so clearly the killer jammed the curling iron up her twat.
Right.
All right, now my question is, did she open it up and, like, you know, clamp the other part in her butthole to make, like, the ultimo deadly shocker?
Like gave her the old Brunswick?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's is that a thing?
Yeah. It's like you hold it like a bowling ball.
No, that's the average bowling ball, dude.
It's the Brunswick.
You know, like if you get your hand all the way up in there and then open it, that's called the Muppet because they scream. You never heard that? But if you get your hand all the way up in there, snap, it's called the Infinite Gauntlet.
Those are stupid.
No, those are real.
Those are stupid.
Those are in the movie.
All right.
So yeah, I got the butthole thing, and we're good.
Eddie.
Meanwhile, back at the campsite,
Eddie finally makes his way back to the 4 children that he left unsupervised because he's a fucking super cool dude and a great fucking camp counselor, only to find that all 4 of them have been hacked to death with a hatchet.
So straight up, I don't have anything funny or clever. Those kids got lumber hacked, but dead serious, I pat this movie on the back for killing children.
Yeah, so this is deaths 8 through 11.
7, 8, 9, and 10.
Well, you got 1 and 2, and then, yeah. We'll go over it later. Your numbers are off.
No, dude, I'm on it.
Yeah, they're off.
Because...
It's cool. I'll give it...
Judy's 6.
No, Judy's 7.
Who'd I miss?
We'll get to it at the end.
Yeah.
But 4 kids dead, hacked like a motherfucker. And I'm sorry, guys. Apparently, fucking Nachos can't count.
Hey, what the counts for?
And Eddie doesn't like what he sees here.
No, he fucking...
He vomits, then runs back to the camp for help.
Hopefully, I never have to see fucking hacked up kid giblets. I'd probably react the same.
I wanted to fucking see Eddie again, because I'm telling you right now, he ain't fucking being asked back next year. Ricky is now headed over to the dance, finally, to grab some food, as he claims that he's been laying down all night and he missed dinner. On his way back out to the cabin,
with his fucking miscellaneous fistful of candy bars,
we see Ronnie getting a phone call about the dead children, and we get it's weird here. They goofed because Ronnie says 3 of them, but there were 4.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, that's why your numbers are wrong.
No, your numbers are wrong. Mine are dead on.
Dead.
So
on.
Ronnie gets the phone call about the dead kids in the woods, and Mel grabs Ricky and fucking makes him drop his candy bars like a dick.
Yeah, it's dick move.
And just starts to smack him around like he's fucking Bing Crosby.
He fucking slaps him, spins him like a top, but you know what it doesn't do? Stop Ricky from talking mad shit,
He
dude.
does, dude. Ricky's got that
What
mouth.
the fuck are you doing, you crazy fuck?
Fucking shit. And fucking Ronnie at the same time grabs Marie and tells her to gather all the counselors while Mel continues to beat the shit out of fucking Ricky.
This had me fucked up.
And knocks him unconscious.
Because, like, he's on the ground, and then, like, he's not punching him. He's, like, Donkey Kong smashing him into the ground,
Yeah.
like Smash Brothers.
Boom, boom, boom.
So, like, I saw it, and then in my head I heard monkey noises, like, ooh, 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 just smashing him into the fucking ground.
Like the fucking Donkey Kong, like, dun, 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 dun. It's like
Right.
fucking playing in the background. Donkey Konga.
DK.
I like the
Donkey
next part of the
Kong
scene because
is
Mel
here.
realizes that he might have fucked up.
He's like, oh,
It's like
shit.
fucking, like, Ricky's no longer talking shit, and he's like, fuck, I'm out of here.
I think I just moited a kid.
Fucking runs for it, ends up on the fucking archery range, and is stopped by someone that he recognizes, and he's like, wait a minute, it was you?
How many times have they said that?
Every fucking time.
Okay, straight up, this is one of the best practical effects I've ever seen in my life, and
Because he is then promptly shot through the throat with an arrow.
Yeah, dude, it's good. It's good. Oh, by the way, death number 11. I used to be the honor of a summer camp until I took an arrow to the neck. Thank you.
So this is where it really picks up now, right? A lot of shit's been going on. The police arrive at the camp.
Oh, you mean Deputy Real Mustache?
Dude, yes, I had that fucking here, right? Like, this is the fucking best fake mustache I've ever seen, but they give this guy too many fucking
we
close-ups.
should explain. So it's the same cop from earlier when they're digging up, or when they're fishing out Kenny's body, and he's the deputy, and he has a legit real mustache. So I guess there were reshoots or something because he's back, and I guess he shaved his mustache off, and this is like the worst fake mustache
You can, like,
ever.
the glue underneath it and on the sides is, like, shining. You can see it.
Like, you could go get Boots and, like, fucking clip out a chunk of his back, you know, his fur, and then glue it to your face. It's going to look better than this bullshit.
It's fucking cool, though.
So Deputy Not Real Mustache shows up, and they're trying to figure out who the killer is.
So the cops fucking obviously showed up because Ronnie called, and they tell all the counselors to look for Ricky, Judy, Paul, and Angela, as no one has seen them in a while.
Well, I know where some of them are.
Down at the beach, Paul is waiting for Angela when she shows up and tells Paul to take off his clothes as they're going swimming.
Skinny dipping.
Paul's like, right now it's kind of cold, and just like, yes,
okay.
let's do it.
Did you notice Angela's starting to look a little fucked up?
Yeah.
A little out there?
While on the search, the cops find Ricky's beaten ass still alive as another counselor finds Meg's carved up fucking corpse.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Ronnie and Marie are still looking for the other kids when Ronnie hears singing at the beach.
This is when shit starts to get pretty fucking creepy.
This is like the last 2 minutes of the movie, too, and it just like sells the whole thing. The two counselors head over to the beach and find Angela naked, holding Paul.
Sitting crisscross applesauce.
Yep. When we get another flashback, which explains the whole thing, Aunt Martha is talking to a young Angela, but it turns out that Angela is actually the one that died with her dad, John. And Aunt Martha was crazy and decided to raise Peter as a girl, as she already has a son, and decides to call her Angela. I think it means angel. And since she's a doctor, she can fake all these fucking documents and shit, which you don't really get. You just have to assume this is what happens.
All right, before we get into this real quick, I want to point this out. Aunt Martha, her first attire, she's wearing like some crazy
She's got like a beret.
and then like some cardigan shorts with knee high. She's a very fun dresser, a snazzy dresser. So now she's wearing a picnic tablecloth getup with like some white and red derby. Irrelevant. Go ahead.
And this is where we jump back to the fucking flashback ends, and this right here. Oh my god. We jump back to the camp as Angela jumps up, dropping Paul's severed head that she's been holding.
Holy shit.
She stands naked, open mouth, holding a knife, covered in blood, with a dick hanging for the world to see, exposing her identity as Peter. Ronnie comments that she's a boy, and the camera focuses on her creepy ass face that she's fucking making.
It is jarring.
As the fucking credits just begin to roll. Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, by the way, death number. Whatever. I shut my notes down. Heads up, Paul. All right. That was Sleepaway Camp.
Man, just.
Let's tackle how bad did that fuck you up the first time you seen it?
Man, it's so good. I got a lot to say.
It's not the
in the final
thing.
cuts, but
it's the reveal.
Man, so cool. What an ending to a movie that really was very fucking slow until that last 15 minutes.
I thought this was just going to be some generic ass paint by numbers run of the mill slasher until they throw you a bone like that. Throw you a bone.
But hey, Nachos.
What's up?
Do you want to see a dead body?
Let's see a dead body.
All right. So we've got 13 kills, 4 of them off screen, despite Nachos telling me.
All right, let me pop my notes
12.
back out real quick.
Hit your notes. Come on, homie. We're going to do the count here. I'm going to teach you how the numbers work.
All right, hot dog. Let's roll.
All right. Number 1, John Baker, killed by speedboat.
And
Number 2, Angela Baker, killed by speedboat.
All right.
Number 3, Artie, burned with boiling water, then probably died from sepsis or something else in the hospital. I count it as a death. Some people don't.
It's a death. He died of infection.
Number 4, Kenny, drowned in the lake.
Hold up. Let me get there. Pussy Slayers. Yeah.
Number 5,
Kenny, okay.
Billy, stung by bees. Number 6, Meg, gets her fucking back slit open with a knife. Number 7, Judy, stabbed with the hot curling iron.
Wait, hold up. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I didn't count the B one.
Campers 1 through 4 are 8, 9, 10, and 11. They get hacked to death with the hatchet. Those 4 are all off screen. But those fucking...
Still counts.
Those sleeping bags are fucking mangled and bloody.
They're fucking haggard, dude.
Number 12 is Mel, shot through the air with the neck. And then 13 is Paul, decapitated. See? Told you
You're
I teach you how to count. Nachos, what was your favorite death?
Oh, shit, dude. Man, I'll give it to Kenny.
The Durana one?
Yeah, Kenny's...
Because when you find that body, that's cool.
That's a great reveal. You know what? I'll save that thing I was going to say for the afterthoughts.
I go with Judy's death.
Oh, shit.
I wanted to go with Paul's, but you don't really see it. Now, you also don't see Judy's, but you get to experience it, is where you don't get to experience Paul's. You just see the after effect.
Yes, you can smell the burnt tilapia somebody brought into the audience with you.
It smells like you've just been microwaving broccoli and fish.
What's your runner-up? Oh, you just said it.
I would say Paul's, yeah.
I'd give it to fucking Blisters McKid Toucher.
Hardy's. That special effect is real good.
That's fucking... Oh.
Those pulsating fucking popping blisters look so cool. I'd love to know how they did that, because, like, it's skin tight.
Tight like dick skins.
Tight like butthole.
Dude, I'll say it. These special effects...
They're real good. What's really cool is that head of Angela screaming... So
yeah, let's talk about
that is a mold of her. Mm-hmm. That is not Felissa Rose.
Yes,
that is
Felissa Rose does not actually have a penis.
Right. This is another dude, and they put that fucking head on his shoulders and filmed it, but it looks so good because the eyes kind of move, like the shot where she goes inside, like looks in like the mouth, like it looks like a fucking real head. It's really cool.
So the dude that did special effects for this movie, I think his name's like Ed French.
Yeah.
Ed French, so he did special effects for another movie we'll talk about later, so moving on. No, this dude, he only did special effects for a couple of movies, but dude, I think...
Like what?
We might be doing it soon.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. All right.
Okay.
Well, it's time for some stuff you should know. Did you get any trivia for us tonight? I got a few things.
Yeah, actually. All right. It's on the special features. You know what? You go ahead and do yours first.
You got it.
All right.
So the movie was shot in early fall, but it was set in midsummer. So the crew had to spray paint brown leaves green along with the grass to kind of keep the continuity, which I thought was pretty funny. When casting for the role of Angela, writer-director Robert Hiltzik would have the actresses stared wide-eyed and straight ahead while also pretending to eat a candy bar, which is that scene in the first dance. As a child, the director actually went to the summer camp that was used in the film.
And got molested by a fat ginger.
And lastly, Hiltzik did not know that his Sleepaway camp had gained such a devoted following over the years until he was contacted in March of 2000 by SleepawayCampMovies.com, which is still active today.
Yep.
And they arranged for him to record the commentary for the Anchor Bay DVD.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the trivia that I got.
I wanted to mention this earlier. If I don't lose about 15 pounds, I'm going to look like the fucking child molesting cook. So that is a great incentive to drop a couple LBs, if you know what I'm saying. All right. Unfortunately, no, that's, I don't have much trivia for that.
All right. Well, then you ready for your final cuts?
All right. I got them.
All right. Hit me.
All right. So I'm going to start with, yeah, you know what? Yeah, okay. All right. So check this shit out. Do you think Ricky knew?
You know what?
See, that's a little food for thought.
Maybe.
Or, I mean, do you think he knew the full details, or he just knew something was up with his cousin?
I don't know. That's tough. Because when you get the flashback, like, you see Peter and his, like, head's all wrapped from the boat accident.
Mm-hmm.
And he's...
And then they even straight up say, it's like, well, Ricky's visiting his father for this summer or something like that.
Yeah, they play it off. So I guess he wouldn't know then. Like, they give it to you that he doesn't.
And not to sound like a creeper or anything, but I mean, they're just kind of 12-ish, starting to hit puberty. So at that point, probably Aunt Martha wasn't having them bathe together or anything.
Right.
I don't know. It's kind of fishy. All right. Do you have a favorite character in this movie?
Yeah.
Who?
Ronnie.
Oh, the fucking Jersey Bulge?
Dude, he's so nice. Like, he's
real chill, man.
He's a fucking thick-ass dude. He's got fucking man pecs. His
He's
clothes
got
are a little
some
too
sweet
tight.
hair.
But, like, he's a cool dude, and he's super cool.
I
Like,
got
chill.
one for you.
All right.
Do you think fucking Ronnie could beat up Glazer from The Burning?
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
What do you mean? Nah, dude, I
What you so mean, guy? No, I fucking... Glazer's a cool character, but Ronnie beat the shit out of him. Ronnie's fucking huge, dude. He's fucking giant.
All right, and now I'm going to fuck your brain up real quick.
All right.
All right. So I was thinking about this. Here's a twist. All right, so we only see Angela kill one person. Maybe. We don't know. We don't actually see Angela kill Paul. What if Ricky actually was the killer? You know?
Well, I think the sequel's kind of...
Yeah, we're not talking about the sequels because even Richard Hertzberg or whatever the fuck his name is.
Hiltzik.
Yeah, he has nothing to do with those. They're just taking characters and using Rick Springfield's fucking sister.
It's not Rick Springfield. It's Bruce Springsteen's.
The boss, sorry.
Pamela
Anyway.
Springsteen.
Yes.
Pamela Springsteen plays Angela in the second and third sequels, by the way.
We'll get to those.
For those that are listening.
All right. So, what if, because we know Aunt Martha has not a fetish, but always wanted a girl, she says that, what if at some point Aunt Martha was dressing Ricky up in dresses and shit, because that's like part of the classic tried and true serial killer MO.
Could be.
So what if Ricky was actually... We clearly have a scene in the movie where Ricky has a wig on, so...
I mean, yeah, I think that scene was just to kind of mislead you.
Would you call it a reach?
Reach.
So what if Aunt Martha's the real villain here and fucked both the kids up, you know?
Oh, Martha for fucking sure, dude. Like, there would have been no Angela Peter if she'd not been like, I'm gonna raise you as a girl.
Right. Do you think there was some genital mutilation going on there?
Aunt Martha fucking caused this whole thing.
So she's truly the true villain.
Yeah.
Hold up. Do you have anything else?
So
No, I'm not saying that Angela wasn't fucked up, too. Hey, Angela, why you so fucked up? What if they were tag team back again, fucking dicing up and chopping up motherfuckers?
Is that all you got?
Yeah, actually, no, now I have some tasty tidbits.
Well, my final thought.
Oh, I'm
if
sorry.
you don't mind, sir, I would love to fucking get
Finally,
mine.
your thoughts.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Open
I don't
a
know
can of
why you
worms.
like fucking stepping on my dick during this segment, but this is like your fucking
Go
favorite.
ahead.
It's like a hobby of yours. It's like, you're like, you know what I fucking want to do is just fucking interrupt and ruin the fucking last 5 seconds for fucking Cincinnati Jeff.
I actually have it in my notes to do that. So
yeah,
it's okay.
I believe it.
All right, go ahead, Mal.
believe it.
Go ahead.
Cocksucker. Jesus Christ. My turn? Can I go?
Yeah, go
Can
ahead.
I?
Yeah.
Can I?
Okay.
Okay.
All right, go ahead. Yeah, so anyway. No, I'm sorry. I did that last time. I apologize. Go ahead.
All right. So this is a stellar fucking movie. It's just phenomenal. That ending alone fucking makes it worth the watch. And it's not that it's a bad movie. But like I said, it's a slow burn, and the majority of it is just a bunch of fucking kids being shitty to each other. That's like, I think the movie's like an hour and 27 minutes long, and 40 minutes of it is just fucking kids being shitty. Then you mix in like all the other stuff. It's really cool, and it throws it off. It really doesn't play it as like a full-blown fucking slasher. You don't get a ton of BOV shots. There's not a lot of stalking going on. When the deaths have to happen, they happen. The fucking killer shows up real quick, and they're fucking out. And that twist ending is right up there, but better than, like, there's not a lot of fucking twist ending movies. Like, they try to play off some things, but like Happy Birthday to Me, that's got a pretty good twist ending. April Fool's Day has a fantastic twist ending.
A lot of people would disagree with you on that.
Well, a lot of people are fucking dumb.
Ooh, you hear that, dumb people?
And then there's this fucking movie. So, Nachos, what is your rating?
Oh, shit, dude. I give it 10 enormous pots of boiling corn out of 10.
I give it 9 penises out of 10.
I have one more thing I want to jump in with.
Hit me.
Okay. These are afterthoughts. So, the movie ends with the big reveal of a little secret. It's her dick. And then cut to credits. It's like, you know the cops are here. You should probably try to arrest her or something. Like, maybe we get that closure.
I mean, she's not going anywhere. She's fucking straight statued.
Yeah, maybe, yeah, she's in catatonic shock or whatever. But what if she didn't? What if she fucking, like, OG Daffy Duck, woohoo, woohoo, and just fucking tore ass across the lake? It's just like, that lady dude just run on water? I don't know what's happening here. So that's just kind of weird to me. It's one of those movies where you don't get proper closure.
I guess you could, I can say that.
So, and I watched all the stupid special features. I just want to talk about this real quick because it's so terrible.
Hurry up.
So, the chick that played Judy,
Mm-hmm.
She made a short film called Judy.
Yeah, that's the only other credit she's got on IMDb.
Yeah, it's really fucking bad. It's like if a cringe could cringe.
Now, she does this later in life, right? It's not like when she was in
she
the
did
movie.
this about 10 years ago.
Okay, so she's like an adult.
Yes, and then some. Let's just say if you were looking up that category in porno to where she might be, it would definitely be the mature category. And the dude that played Ricky has a music video.
He's got like a band.
He's got a something. But yes, if you
check it out if you got the Blu-ray.
No, don't actually. I'm warning you. Do not watch these.
Or is it on the Anchor Bay one too?
No, it's
Do you have the Blu-ray or do you have the Anchor Bay DVD?
I got the Screen Factory.
Okay, this is the one I got.
Yeah,
I think a lot of those special features are on the Blu-ray as well. So that's all we've got. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure
we doing any plugs?
We're doing a couple.
Okay,
but make sure to check us out on Facebook at Here Comes Spooky, at Instagram at Here Comes the Spooky, and Twitter at Here Comes Spooky. You can also email us at herecomesthespooky@gmail.com. We want to thank Urban Chestnut for the delicious beer. They didn't provide it for us. We bought it, but it's fantastic. We're also drinking some Iron Maiden, the Trooper Premium British beer, which is also pretty fantastic. But I got to be honest, I liked that fucking Urban Chestnut, the Mexican one.
Yeah, you know what? This is the 4.6. This is holy shit! It's charged with flavor.
I do love me some Eddie though.
It's not even 6.6. We're drinking fucking a bush,
right?
Yeah.
So while you're out there, if you saw us on Instagram, we posted a couple pictures of the beers we were drinking. If you saw the koozies, check out Destroy the Brain. They got a fantastic podcast. Of course, there's also the Horrible Horror podcast. We had one of those in there. And while we normally drop a couple hints on the next movie for episode 9, we're not 100% sure. We've got a list going on here, but we're trying to plug and bring in the Horrible Horror Boys for our podcast, and we're going to actually leave it up to them.
In time.
We, the next episode will likely feature the Horrible Horror podcast, and we're going to leave it up to them. But if they can't make it, then instead, we're going to do another movie off our Hello Nasties list where you find out why Bigfoot hates penises. So remember, everybody, untie your buddy to a chair and to
always
stay spooky!